Boundaries have to be set, and they also have to be adhered to at all times in order for families to have that happy and healthy, respectful relationship with one another. Asserting your rights within the family, it's not asking too much, and it makes for a better relationship. Boundaries would include making sure each member of the family has their needed privacy or their space, and it also has to do with how each of the family members speaks to one another. Negative, insulting, or rude talk just isn't cool. It's unfortunate that some people allow others to decide for them and then become bitter in the end. This is especially true within the framework of a family. One spouse begins to make the decisions for the whole family without necessarily consulting the other. And if you find this to be true in your own household, keep in mind that your partner began making those decisions because you allowed that to happen. Many spouses let their partners have their own way to maintain the peace in the family, and this can absolutely work to your disadvantage. Now, the longer you allow it to continue, the more difficult it's going to become to assert yourself, take back your own life, and even exercise your own decision making capabilities. This whole dynamic can lead to a low self esteem. It can lead to feelings of inferiority since you've allowed others to decide matters for yourself. Their actions are inferring that you're not capable of making your own decisions, and we all know that's not the case. Now, Eleanor Roosevelt said that no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. So if your spouse has begun taking initiative and is making decisions that you don't agree with, guess whose fault it is? Now, by your inaction, you've taught your partner that it's okay to go over your head and decide what you should have and not have because you've given away your power, but you can still get it back. You're going to find that throughout these courses, there is a short assertiveness training that you can help regain your power of decision. Now, if people in your life are treating you badly, you must figure out the things that you're doing that allow them to continue to behave in such ways. So, what is it that makes them feel free to verbally or even physically abuse you? Women may find themselves feeling uncomfortable around men who curse, have potty mouths, or tend to talk about women in unacceptable terms. And men who behave that way have no respect for women. But by remaining silent, these women are all allowing those feelings and actions to perpetuate. Sometimes men act this way with the intention of putting the women down or in their place and making them feel subjugated. Some guys truly don't have a clue and they're creating an uncomfortable atmosphere for the women to live in and have absolutely no idea. Now, this, of course, goes both ways, but women and men need to be assertive to teach each other how to treat each other with respect. You've got to insist on putting an end to this kind of talk. Sometimes a simple reminder is, excuse me, lady in the room, is enough to get some attention. Now, one of the biggest roadblocks to asserting yourself could be the unarticulated desire. Many people want something from someone, but they're unclear, even in their own minds, on exactly what that something is. So they make no verbal assertions about their wants and needs, but instead they expect others to instinctively know what that mysterious something could be. I'm sure you've been there, and that can lead to some unfortunate conversations, situations, thoughts, and feelings as well. So while we're all about improving ourselves by learning these new skills and developing our new talents, most of us simply aren't capable of reading the minds of others, right? People can't possibly grant that mysterious something to you if they don't have a clue what it is, especially if you don't. So stop waiting for your spouse and your kids and your coworkers or even your friends to magically figure out what you need. Start asserting yourself and tell them clearly what you need. Remember that assertiveness is about getting what you need and protecting your rights while not stomping on the feelings and rights of others. So open your mouth, say what you need. If you want to reap the benefits, you have to first give it a name. You first have to articulate whatever it is that you want, need, or desire. Maybe the simple act of making a decision is what's holding you back. Indecision, you see, keeps you from articulating what you need. Indecision causes homeostasis, inaction, and resistance to change. So if you don't make a decision, somebody's eventually going to decide for you, and you probably won't like the result. Knowing what you really want is essential. In this word, the only thing you will get is exactly what you ask for. So what are you asking for?